Cathono just joined the nation. Dezo underscore just joined the nation.
Thank you for all the people that are joining. I do appreciate that. That is always going to be appreciated. Thank you very much. Sorry for the ones that joined before I had my screen on here that has that particular source. So, but as far as I can tell, we're good. Let me just make sure I got my music in the background. We got to get the atmosphere going. See if that works. And of course, it's not working right now, so gotta try to figure that out real quick. Where is that? Here. Yeah, it's really weird how it has to be changed every. I think that's it. All right. And we'll try that again. Come on. You can do it. Ah, come on. Why is that thing not show up until later? All right, that's in there. That's in there. I'm trying to make sure I got all the details done. All right. Boy, I don't know why that's not working. Where's it at? Okay, that's not it.
Joined the nation. Jerry Poo 91 Walkman just joined the nation.
Don't know why. Oh, maybe that's it. Is that it?
Was Hotaito just joined the nation?
Oh, I don't know what's going on with my music player. Just trying to get that fixed. That's the one thing I can't check before the stream. And for some reason, it is not working. Nuts. Darn it. I can hear it on my side, but I don't see it going through to you. Hi, everybody. Thanks for the chats. Appreciate it. Just give me a second here. I'm trying to figure out what the heck is going on with my music player again. There, that's it, finally. Sorry about that. It's the one thing I can't check prior to the 5 minutes prior because it's not doesn't show up on that screen. So I gotta probably add that in there so I can make sure it's working properly. Okay. Yep, thank you, Crispy. Nice to see you guys. Big vibes, thank you. And I don't know how to say that one. Biloba, whatever that is. I don't know what your name, how to say that name. You can maybe write that in chat. Okay, so let's just hope we can get everything organized here and get going. Again, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. That is always going to be appreciated, no matter what, whether I say something about it or not. So, yep. We're starting to get. Seems like we're starting to get some activity along that line, which is always good. You know, my goal with this channel is to become a partner with with Twitch. So you can't do that unless you have, meet some milestones, and this is what happens. You need to get people in excited and involved. Okay, we're going to play a little bit, some games, at least a game here, some battles, I guess maybe that's a better way of saying it. All right, we do have this guy here. I didn't put this out last night, but this is from a RoboCop. I don't know what it was, if it was supposed to be a something you play or what, or buy the tank. It looks like, I don't know what it was, but they did have this commander, and I was gifted this commander, and this commander started out with like 4 skills. So you can see they got 42% now. So obviously I moved some guys over, but you know, that's a lot of skills. So hopefully that's something that will help. It helps in battle. It helps, you know, you to be able to do these various skills. So, and I'm glad you're getting the notifications. That's, you know, set those notifications when you are follow the channel. That's not just me, but any channel on Twitch. You hit the little bell looking thing, and you'll get notifications when we start. So that way you won't miss the start of a stream. You won't miss a stream at all. So, yeah. So. Yep. Yes. Oh, definitely. I have a channel manager, talent manager, promoter, whatever you want to call that, and he was recommended by another partner. So I can't fault him for that. The only thing is holding him back is my lack of a budget. I do what I can, but I don't have, you know, hundreds of dollars every month to spend on promoting and marketing. So we're doing what we can. We're trying to make sure that we do have some different, they would call them campaigns and stuff like that going on to get people aware of the channel, to get some, you know, see people watching the channel every day, that kind of thing. So he's the one, if you look at my channel and you look under the About section, he's the one that recommended I do Linktree. Linktree is just a way of having all of my social URLs, the links, all in one thing, so it's on one web page. So you're more than welcome to go on to Linktree. You'll see my X account, you'll see Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all those things that I have that will be all in that one website. So yeah, so that's a really nice thing, because that way you don't have it, you're not cluttering up that whole page with 5 different links and all that. And all my Discord's in there as well. So it's in the Linktree link, yeah, URL link. So that's all the stuff I got. Oh my gosh, I do not know what's going on with the followers. I really appreciate it. I don't know how to say it any more than that, but oh my gosh, I like 3 days ago I had 1,400. Now I've got over 1,500 in just a couple of days. That's just outstanding. So yeah. I don't know what's going on with this gun here. Like it lobs it. Looks like it's just throwing a lob, an overhand. Oh, somebody has hit me. I don't know who. Yeah, see? Somebody else back there too. Somebody up on that hill. Yep. I can't see them, so I can't do anything about it. That's one of the reasons I don't know, this map is kind of odd. But oh well, can't do much about it. I got spotted and I got destroyed. Yeah, I don't have any time frame for becoming a partner. I really don't. I didn't start this to become a partner. That wasn't my goal. I started doing this back in the middle of November because I play on the Xbox, and there was a little button you can click very easily on the Xbox and connect it to a Twitch. And I had a Twitch channel. I've had it for years. Never streamed. I just watched. So okay. I said, well, why not? You know, I'm playing this game anyways. Shouldn't be that big of a deal. And it just kind of took off. I started doing things. I spent money on it. put graphics on it, and I had somebody helping me with the panel art, the panel, whatever that stuff's called. And then, of course, my first few streams have a ton of people trying to get me to, buy things from them and all that. So, but I did, like I said, within a month I was an affiliate. So, and again, that's no big deal. That's just the way it worked out, and that was never a goal. But I'll tell you, I had a goal when I did sit down, because I figured I would build this channel up a little bit. And I already had goals of doing it by Christmas. So the first of the year, I sit down and put some goals down. Oh, was I way off? I had a goal that said, literally, I still have it hanging up here, and I'll probably keep it there forever. By middle of the year, 2026, I wanted to have 750 followers. You gotta remember, I only had about maybe a couple hundred by that, when I set that goal. It's November, no, excuse me, it's February 18th, and I've got 1,500. Okay, that probably was not a realistic goal. I've never done this before. What do I know? So I doubled my my goal, my mid-year goal, by the third week in February, basically. So I don't know. I have no idea what I'll end up with by the end of the year. Gosh, the rate you guys are going, I could have 4,000 followers by the end of the year. It's just crazy. Gosh, should probably in this one, in this month, I probably have added. I have to go back and look at it a little bit, but. What was that guy doing? I don't understand. Let's see what this guy's doing. Oh, he's running away. He's running. He is bugging out. Oops, I thought there might be somebody else down there. Come on, really? Who else is gonna shoot me? Where's that coming from? Oh, I didn't even see that guy over there. Ah, nuts. That's nuts. Oh yeah, so I spend some money on the progress, for marketing and stuff, but what's really holding me back is that I just don't have the budget to do what could be done to get this to partner. So, but I figure I'm halfway there. I mean that by the fact is that I have some goals, some metrics. You got to do a certain amount of viewers and all that stuff over a 2-month time frame, and I've met the goal for 1 month. So, making progress. Making progress. Right, Ruinberg. Yeah, I've tried to, in my channel, I've tried to put things. I've got the sound bites in there. I've got some overlays, viewer attacks, so you can throw rotten fruit at the screen. There's another one where I think it's I don't know what they call it, like a component or whatever, where you can actually use the people. and it'll show up. I wonder if I have it showing up right now, but whatever you type will actually be will come over as a sound on the chat. Will become a sound. I also have sound alerts that are for channel points, so it won't cost you money to do that, but you do it with channel points. So I've tried to put a lot of that in, so as I grow and as I get more and more people on the stream and more people chatting and stuff, to have those types of things to try to keep them more engaged, as an audience. That's probably the word, I think. So feel free to look around at the channel as you're watching the stream. Look around, see what's there. And of course, if you have any recommendations, you can always contact me on Discord. I know some of you already are talking to me on Discord, so. Oh, that's a big pile of nothing there. Uh-oh, that's Artie. Artie is locked into that particular. Uh-oh, somebody got whacked. There we go. He's got to be a bit more aggressive. He set it back, just not even firing at somebody. That's just boring. It's a boring way of playing. This guy that's a tank destroyer just sitting there. I think I ammo racked that guy. Meaning that where I hit him, the ammo rack was at, and it blew up the ammo. That's why it was such a big boom. I'm gonna try to go around the other way and get this guy. I think he's AFK. Yep. I went like that the other day. Last night, actually. They haven't moved off the base, so. There's another one like that. This guy's going to try to. I'm going to kill the entire team for them? Come on. You know, like I said, you can make whatever recommendations you want. You can send me whatever information you want. I am not going to guarantee that I will do anything with it. So. Well, we've done several things. We did Google Console. That was probably the more expensive thing that we did. Did a few other things, of course. So, again, like I said, part of what my constraint here is that I don't have hundreds of dollars to spend every month. At least not yet. Once I get partners, start making a little bit more money and stuff like that, then yeah, I told him I'd reimburse everything I get from Twitch into, or throw it back into the marketing. So look at that. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. 25 bond. Look at that. 6,600. I got 10,000, 11,000. Look at that. Piscushi medals. I killed two tank destroyers, or two SPGs. I knew that. Fighter. Destroy 4 or 5 enemy vehicles in one battle. That was an awesome battle. I gotta write this down a little bit. Make sure I get this one. This one is going to become its own individual video on YouTube. And then I got this one too, which is Master Gunner. Let's see what we gonna see. Take a look. Look at this. I killed 5 tanks in that game. That's got to be a record, especially on a PC. 5 tanks. I killed 5. Wow. Wow. That is cool. Look at this. That's got to be a first. That's got to be a first for me to get number 1. It is awesome. Yep, definitely going to put all this into a video. I'm going to cut this up and put this out on a YouTube. Nice. Nice. I know these tanks can be really, really good too. So I think actually, yeah, some kind of a person. What is that? This is some kind of offer. Yeah, whatever. I'm not going to mess with any of that stuff. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, I got another doggy treat. I got one earlier, the first thing when I first turned on the computer. Okay, check that out. That's good things to come. Let's try to do that again. Did we win? Yeah, it said that we also won. We got defeated. We had the victory in here. This was a victory as well. Yeah, this was the SP1, SP1C. I don't know if that's the right way of saying that, but that's the way I've always said it. That's this one here, SP1C. All right, very good. Let's keep these rolling. Definitely probably a milestone for me. All right, Corellia. Now this is a map that I've played for the last 10 years. You know, it's a map that is on Xbox or console. So yeah, Corellia. Big tanks typically tend to go down here, down around here. But I have seen heavies go this way too. Those are usually the heavies that want to play like medium tanks or like tank destroyers. And, the ones that like to do the sniping, you know. That tiger, is he coming? Yeah, he's coming this way. Tiger's a really tough tank. I hate to play against that tank. Jeez. I hit it, and it doesn't really do anything. I remember there's been some games when I've hit the Tiger like 3 times and never penetrated it. How can I be spotted? What is spotting me? Must be something up there, up on the hill. It's called passive spotting. You're in one of the circles, so you're able to be spotted by them. What are you doing, guys? Yep, 52. Woo. These maps have a lot of crashes and stuff on them. It's funny. And that's one thing I enjoy about playing on the PC is all the interactivity, all the different actions that are on the map. You don't see any of that on the Xbox, so they just don't have the computing power, I don't think. Didn't see him there. I thought we were just going after the medium. I didn't see the 2 heavies there. Oh, that's a carcass sitting there now, huh? Making some full retreat. Alright, only got 2 more tanks left. One up there, up on the other end of the map. Probably the tank destroyer's up there too, I would think. but I have no idea where that tank destroyer is at. But we're doing pretty well, 13-7. I live with that. Ouch. Yep, all we got left is the tank destroyer. What is that tank? That's a Wolverine. It's pretty quick, so it could be almost anywhere. I remember one time on the console, on the Xbox, I was playing. I only played like 2 of us left or something like that. And I remember, I don't know, it was a really long time too. The guy ended up coming down up here, and I ended up, you know, destroying him. But it was really cool because I had like 3 or 4 of my platoon mates, and they were still watching the game. It was just, it was a pretty nice. There was a lot of strategy going on. They got him. Okay. So he was probably headed towards the our base. That's all they could do. All right. All right. There we go. Nice. Yep, just one. But, you get assistance, yep, and then 559 in damage. So very good, very good, very good, very good, very good. Let's try this one. I still can't get over that first battle that we had, or the one with the KV-3. My goodness. Of course, to be honest, 2 of those tanks were AFK, so they weren't moving, they weren't reacting at all to my hits. But the other 3 were active tanks, though. So this one again. Yeah, I don't even know. How we doing? There are always heavies that go towards the middle. I don't understand. Oh well. That's an FV304. It's the one that's got a really short range. Doesn't it only has like 500 meters. Most of these maps, these bigger maps, this map here is probably 12 or 1300 from top to bottom, maybe more. So yeah, it has to move around like that just to be able to hit something. See, that's where they were at before when they took me out. There's like 3 of them. They're all along that ridge there. Of course, it helps having that guy way up there, right? Okay, here we go. All right, thank you. Thank you for using up the points. I gotta turn my...
That better TTV emote.
I turned it down when I had like 50 people join in. I had alerts for everybody. I gotta turn that down. So the battle here. We're up 3-1. I don't want to get myself outlined here, so that's why I'm not going up on this road. It's a good way to get spotted. There's a tank destroyer right over there, right over in that area. I think it probably was spotted. Yeah, right over here, the E25. That thing can move around pretty quickly. It's a real fast tank destroyer. That thing, we used to call that the cockroach. It move around so fast. It's really hard to kill because it can move so fast in the way it's so low to the ground. So we called it the armored cockroach. Cucaracha. Yeah, it's just fun when people do things like that in chat. When they, take advantage of things that I've put together for the channel. I do appreciate it. It's just awesome. I had some people that were chatting before, but they've kind of fallen by the wayside, which is, no, I don't have any problem with that. Maybe they had to step away from Twitch for a while. I don't know. Life gets in the way. I know that for a fact. So... But yeah, feel free to look around and see what's available when you do your chatting. So, come on, guys. Let's get a little bit action going here. Come on already. Probably something going up on the top of the hill there. All right. We got a little less than 9 minutes left in the match. In the battle. We're up by 3 still, so I might regret this. Even moving up a little bit. Somebody... Alright. We're up by 4 now. Somebody just took out another tank. Now we have an E25 over there on the hill, over in that area. Right here. He's back away so he can do some sniping right there. There are 2 artilleries. Oh my gosh, look at this. They're up by, just took out 2. Oh no, we got a 1-to-1. 10-6. Up by 4. I'm going to try to go over here. See if this, yeah, there's somebody right there. Got him. Good job, team. Yes, he spotted me so the artillery can see me. Now the E25 can see me. And not very long. They don't have very many. They have two. They got 4 left. 2 of them are artillery, so they're not going to be moving around very much. The ones over there always. That's where I put my SPG when I play it. Always put it over here. Anymore. And there's the other one. Oh man. And that other one has to be there somewhere. Cockroach. Cucaracha. All right, we're doing pretty well tonight. Doing well indeed, well indeed. And anybody that just as a aside, anybody that I have 2 things for you. If you subscribe to the channel, additional bonuses. You have a specific channel on my Discord that we have for chatting just for subscribers, and also you have an extra 15% that you can take off of my merchandise store. The merchandise store is FuzzyNation.co or .co, and there is a subscription, so you just have to let me know that you're interested as a subscriber. Do that in Discord, and I will give you your subscriber code. As long as you are a subscriber, you have access to that, and you get that discount. 15% off all merchandise out of the merchandise store. All right, very good, very good. Another win, a winner chicken dinner. All right, let's try this guy. This one's a little bit harder to get a win on, and I think part of that is because it's got a huge gun, which equals a huge amount of time it takes to reload each shell, and the turret is really tall, so you make a good target for everybody. Now, Malinoka here is an interesting map. This map also has always been around, so I played this for years and years. As a heavy, I will end up over here, so it'll take me a while, but we'll go up here. Usually these guys are they're coming from here, so they get there before we do. That's where the big heavy battle is usually, up around that corner. That's the A0 line, so yeah, so we got a ways to go. Now, of course, there's always going to be heavies that don't do what they're supposed to do on these maps. So there will be guys that will, get out here and try to stay out there and snipe, or they'll go halfway up. There's a little like church up there, and they'll stop there and try to snipe. It's just interesting the way they always want to play it differently. Every time somebody plays it differently, we end up losing the game. Like we got that VK. That VK just, he decides to camp. He's going to stay by the camp. I don't know why, but that's just what he's doing. Even our artillery, which is again that small, the one with the short range, is moving up here so we can support the battle up on the hill. The battle for the hill, Bunker Hill. But this VK is just a waste of a heavy tank. Anybody that's heard me for any more than one day will know that that's one of my major pet peeves with this game, is when people try to turn their heavy tanks into tank destroyers by sniping. What a waste of a beautiful tank. Heavy tanks have lots of armor, They can take a hit, and they want to sit back there, all the way back on the map, and try to shoot at things as they come to them. And they don't have that good of vision anyways, so I don't know. It's super weird. I don't know what that guy's firing at. Maybe there's only like one tank up here that's visible right now. I'm glad to see they're at least pushing a little bit, because, you know, just sit there and rock back and forth. That's like the boringest way to play a game, in my opinion at least, ever. Problem I have with this right now, I just thought about this. I don't do well on hills. There's no gun depression. The barrel does not go down at all on this tank. So I'm probably just gonna go over here. He's doing the same thing I'm doing. I have too many. I need help. I'm not getting any help. They're all up there playing with these guys. Oh, too much damage. Too much damage. Here I forgot to do something too. Forgot to turn on the reserves. Oh my gosh, it's been an hour and I forgot to do that. Oy vey. Okay, stick these things back on. Alright, they're good for an hour. Alright, we'll go with the tier 5 tank destroyer. Now these guys are the ones that you should be setting back at the map or back a ways and firing at a tank, you know, from a distance. That's what the tank destroyer is designed to do. So yeah, I don't know, Crispy, you're talking about, I don't know if you're still on with us, but Twitch Metricool had be, I don't know what that is, so I could always ask him though. He might have already done. He's worked with several other streamers that are already partnered, so yeah, he probably knows about that, but I can always check with him. I'll definitely do that. Yeah, let's say definitely started doing this just because I'm playing video games already. Originally, if you go back and if you were to try to find any of my original videos that I recorded, I had my face showing, but my face is made for radio, so I decided to, I learned a little bit. I saw some things on Reddit. They were asking about or talking about VTuber. I didn't know what that meant. So I looked it up and I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. I wonder if I can do something like that. So I tried. I spent money for a graphic artist to do that, said they could do it, and said, no problem, yeah, we can do that. Yeah, right. Basically, I got ripped off for $360. Just what they gave me was not even rigged up. there's no physics involved or anything. So I was like, okay, that was a waste. And then I watched another video and they said something about Etsy, and I'm like, I'll check that out. And I got this dog here for less than $10. And it has a ton of expressions, different types of dogs, like that one. Yeah, it's just really interesting for all that for $10. But I did go ahead and I found a more reputable artist working through, you know, one of the contract houses like Fiverr or VGen, Upwork, that kind of thing. So we're almost done with it. Hopefully, maybe later on this week or even early next week, I'll have my custom avatar. That'll be the permanent avatar that I have. Oh yeah, victory. No, I didn't do a whole lot, but that KV2 got a victory on it. So I'm like, okay. I suppose not due to me, that's for sure. I didn't do a whole lot at all, but they fought it the right way. Well, I have right there. I don't know if I can do anything to that guy or not. Oh, he got himself smoked. Now this tank has no hull, so when you're trying to, you know, to aim at something over here, the whole tank moves. I should say there's no hull. There's no turret. So when you're locked in like this, though, see, you can only go like that or like that. That's about the range you can move your barrel around. So, and that's because when you are the way I have my settings right now, when I am zoomed out like that, or zoomed in, I should say, I have hull lock on. I don't know if that guy is going to be making a move on the base or what he's. Well, there's still 2 artillery. I still have 10. 11. They're up by 1. I don't know who's trying to hit me. That dude right there. I'm going to help these guys because I have a little bit bigger gun than that light tank, so trying to help here. Yeah, they have quite a few tanks headed towards our base. That heavy, I don't know why that tank destroyer is not trying to do something there. Yeah, screw you. We're getting ourselves. We're getting beat big time. Yep. We can't win 14 on 4. So yep. Yep. Gonzo Aloha. And here on this channel, at least, we are lurker friendly. So if you need to step away, feel free. Just as you leave the window on for the stream, sound up, and go do your thing. I do that at work. I have a young lady. Her name is Yulia. It's Romanian, so it's Julia. Yulia slays, and she's on during the day. And a lot of times at work, I'll just have her stream on and have the headphones on, and I'll be doing something else, and I'll be just kind of listening to her. I like to listen to her because I think she's funny. And I've actually some of the stuff I have, some of the panels that I have on my channel, are modeled after things that she has done on her channel as well. I do have a sponsorship too, so I do have that. That's that Dubby. I have that there. That is an energy drink. I like it because it's not real syrupy or you know, corn syrup and all that kind of taste. It tastes a lot like just putting, if you would put flavoring in your water. That's about basically like flavored water. But it even says not to only be able to take that like a couple times a day. But it is really good, and it's got all kinds of different flavors as well. And I do have a discount code for that as well. I think it's like 10% off. It's not very expensive, but you get a whole tub of it, and you got a little scoop that goes in the tub, and then you can just use one scoop per like 16 ounces. And anytime you buy from them, I would get credit for that as well. That was a poor life choice on the part of that leopard, huh? But that's usually something I would do. Get running out there and not realize there's so many tanks around. Nice. Okay. Have them support the one to get to the artillery. That one's gone, huh? You got in the wrong spot too. Yeah, I found in this one, again, I'm not that familiar with this map either. This is only PC, but I found that like over here, this is heavy. This is where the heavies go. They fight in and around these ruined buildings. And they are not setting up in the right spot, are they? Yeah. Am I spotted? I didn't see my light bulb go on. Oh, that's artillery. How did they find artillery? These guys are moving up, so I might as well too. They might know the map better than me, I don't. We've kind of wiped out this southern... Ooh, what was that? Oh, I didn't even notice that. Oiki, that could have hurt myself. At least I hit him kind of straight on almost. Yeah, I fought in between here and get killed inside that building. Yeah, they've only got 3 left. So. 3? Maybe 4. Alright, there we go. They've got... Yeah, that should be... I guess there's only 14. That's interesting. I've never seen that before. I've seen 9 for the smaller, like, tier 4s. But I didn't know they did just like 14. Yep, 14. Oh, interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah, I think I saw the notification come up too that we had another victory. That was the KV2, where I did nothing. Didn't do a whole lot here either. Got a couple. Let's see here. There was another victory right here. Yep. Like I say, that didn't do a whole lot. I didn't do that. A lot of zeros. But a win's a win, I suppose. Okay, let's try the, this is a medium tank. Yep, 30 out of 1. Oh, another doggy treat. Okay, doggy. Who's a good doggy? Who's a good dog? Who's a good doggy? Oh, there you go. He's dancing. He's dancing. All right. Let's go and battle this German medium tier 5 tank. That sounds right? Hope so. It's one thing I have to do a little bit more with, but I do also have a Patreon account. So, one thing that as you subscribe to Patreon, there's I think It's free membership, but you also have where you can pay, where you can support me with $5 a month or $10 a month. You get one tier of benefits for $5 and one tier for $10. So you get early access to videos and other benefits. Patreons also get a benefit in merchandise sales as well. I guess we're going this way. Yeah, you can play around in the actual Abbey right there. That building, but yeah, I don't do that. Every time I go in there, I tend to get wiped out pretty fast. But I know there are some mediums going there in battle in the city itself, the little village there or whatever. I don't have a ton of armor, so I'm going to hang back from these guys. Let them do the heavy lifting. In this tank, I am a support tank. Yep. Support you guys. I'll let you take the brunt, like I said. Wow. Ah. Yeah, I went up there too fast. I should have not. I thought my heavy tanks were holding their own. I didn't realize they were going to be destroyed that quickly. That's on me. That's all my fault. I doed it. Yep. I did it. Okay. Yeah, I mentioned about having a face for radio, partly due to the fact that I'm not a young chicken. Okay, here we go. We will to our next tank. And, you know, the official tank name is weird. It's like... It's the Panzerkampfwagen number 4 there. Veer Aufsfall something or other. I used to know what that was, but I can't remember what that full letter H. So this is the variant of the Panzerwagen, Panzer IV, and so yeah, that's why it has H there. The Panzerkampfwagen, and then number 4. So, and then this is variant number H, or letter H, whatever. So yeah, that's what that is. So there's a number of them, just like there is the VK. There's a number of them that are the Panzer PZ 4. You got the H, the M, that kind of thing. And there's one, I think it's the 4.5. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Germany made a lot of tanks, a lot of different types of tanks, just like the U.S. did. And Russia, so we have a huge amount of tanks in their factory. I'm not going into the city, that's for the heavies. A little bit bigger gun than what I have, so we're gonna go down the 90 line here. I don't know if anybody else is coming with me. I don't know. Can't tell. If not, I'm not pushing up real big because nobody else is coming this way. Why we have heavies right here is beyond me. What do they hope to do? They're obviously trying to be a sniper. Just, oh, it's nuts. I grind my teeth whenever I see that. It just, yeah, nobody else is doing anything. Why should we do? We go up there, we're going to be cannon fodder. We're just going to have like 6 tanks coming at us at one time. Maybe more. I ain't doing it. Nope. I will give this guy credit, at least he eventually started doing something. He should be over in the city, but it was better than just sitting there trying to be a sniper. There are a rare few tanks that are heavies or big mediums that will be better off to play it as a tank destroyer. The one that comes to mind is the French. It's called a CDC. Well, I think it's one of the worst tanks ever. It's supposed to be a medium, but it has no armor. It's just the armor on it sucks. And so you're better off to try to play it as a tank destroyer. And I'll tell you, there are some characteristics of the Ares Tier 8 that tell me it should be, you know, played from the back, not from the front. Oh, I missed it. Didn't go through because I didn't even hit it. Why would it go through? I never even touched the guy. Yeah. We're still not going to win. We're not going to win this game. I can guarantee it. If they don't win here, which I think they might because they have the numbers. They're going to win the city. Oh yeah, they're not playing this right, so that's the reason we lost. That's what I was typing in there in the, if you didn't see it, in the in-game chat. I was just saying that, you know, they were camping, so we're going to lose. And we certainly did. Look at that. Not doing a whole lot, but I live with it. I want to check that KV3 out here, because I was able to get quite a bit of, here, just wanted to see. That's 53,000. That's not that bad, actually, for tier 8. So I'm already halfway there, or close to it. Almost halfway. Well, excuse me. Sorry. My asthma is what they call cough variant, so I've been struggling with it the last few days, since the weekend actually. I had some time ago, maybe about 10-15 years ago, when I think I was around 50 years old. I ended up with a cough like 10 weeks straight. I wouldn't go away. We couldn't get it to go away. And finally it cleared up and stuff, and then the doctor said, well, we want you back because we want to do, you know, a lung function test just to check, because we're suspecting that you might have asthma, which is like, what? I've never had any issue with that before. But what I didn't know was all those times I was hearing myself, like when I was in a hotel by myself, because I used to travel 100% for work, I would hear myself breathing. I would hear the rawls, and wheezing, and that's not good. So they did the test, and sure, lo and behold, the lower part of my lungs have the asthma in it. So whenever I have an issue, it's usually coughing without end. I have medication I take every day. And I also have a rescue inhaler and some other meds that I can take when there's a flare-up like this. So, but sometimes I start coughing and stuff like that, and I apologize ahead of time. It's from my asthma. All right, so let's see what we got going on. Let's do this. Yeah, I didn't take a break at the top of the hour, so I might take one at the bottom of the hour this time around, just to stretch my legs, maybe do a quick bio break. It won't be very long, it'll just be a little bit of a break. Okay. Yeah, this part here is out of my control at all. It's however long it takes to put the teams together using wargaming software. I think it's kind of cool that they can even do that, because, you know, when you look at these teams, they're always very, very balanced. You know, if you have three, you know, high tier heavies on that team, you have it on your team. You have a few minutes ago we had 3 artillery on their team and 3 on our team, and they're always the same tier as well. It's like, oh gosh, you know, that takes a little bit of calculating to do. So oh god, sorry, I haven't been sleeping well because of all this going on. So I've been waking up quite a bit during the night. Channel manager slash promoter is over in the UK, so I was talking to him late or early this morning when I was up. Ooh, 373. I'll live with that. Hey. I gotta fix this one. I don't like having. I like to have my repair kits in a one spot, and it's not in it. It's backwards, so need to get that fixed eventually. I guess they pay attention to me way over here. They're not paying attention to people right next to them. Yeah. Uh-oh. Where'd that guy going? Oh, I bet he didn't do that on purpose. He better not have done that on purpose. Uh-oh, we're down by 6. Yeah, whatever. Yep, not much you can do about that. Everybody was dying on me. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. I'll be back, so don't worry. I'll need to be a few minutes, and I'll be right back, okay? Just doing a quick bio break and stretching my legs. All right, not bad. We're at the halfway point. I think we're pretty much done with all those bonuses that we have. Not the reserves, but the other bonuses. Want to get at the end of the. See, I thought we had a defeat. I thought there was a victory here. Here we go. Oh, that one we already got the bonus here, so we got one more bonus. So there have been some streams where I don't get the 8 bonuses until like 3 hours in. So I'm happy with this. But we're going to switch over to the other playlist. Well, hang on. What am I thinking? I might as well do this too. See if we can't get another victory here. All right, see what we got. Yeah, I've played artillery for almost a full 10 years. I always have played artillery. They've changed the mechanics quite a bit. We didn't have the stunning mechanics at all when I first started. They have that now. It's another thing that you can earn points or XP or whatever. I don't know how it works, to tell you the truth. I figured out after like being on the PC for a month, for weeks at least, that the stun, if I stun a tank and somebody gets damages it, it's like spotting damage, but it's stunning. So I do get I get credit for the fact that they got damaged while stunned. I think that's the way it says it in the report. And right over here, yep, there's always going to be. And right over here is where we usually set up for artillery. But it could be on the other side of the map too, so I'll just lob one over there just to see. Sorry. Asthma. Ugh. These guys are not setting up the right spot. Why would they set up along the road? It's easy to spot you along the road. Like our team when we won the other time, they were along the ridge line. There's a lot of ways to get spotted at that road. I'm surprised they're still spotted back here. Right there, I figured it would. This little bit of a rise right there, it's hard to lob a shell right in the right spot, so we won't do a whole lot there. This guy here, on the other hand, and of course, they do not cooperate. Alrighty. Alright, we're up by 4 now. Up by 6. Do anything with that. Can't hit this guy though. Oh, guess not. Again, that hill makes it a little bit more difficult to hit him. There we go. That was a ammo rack. Can't do anything with that because of the angles. I think I'm going to move. Yep, they can see me. Why did they do that? They're all right there. We can see every tank. That was dumb. You get more points towards your XP if you destroy all the enemy tanks rather than capture the base. All right. Here we go. All right, now we'll go to the other playlist here. First playlist I had was all U.S. tanks. These all U.S. ditties. I got 3 U.S. artillery, 4 regular tanks. This one here, this young lady, I got her from doing the Jade Emperor's Challenge. So I got all that complete. Got all and went all the way through, and that's the last card that I had was that, and about 500 bonds. So I got a chance to work on the bonds a little bit too. Not nearly as many as I had when I first logged on back in the beginning of Christmas. It was like 15,000, but I did spend quite a bit on a tier 10 tank. So for the bonds, that was my decision. I didn't have any tier. I didn't have any tier 10 tanks, and then I got that one. But I also got 2 lines. They gifted 2 of the tech tree lines from tier 7 up to tier 10. So one of those was a heavy line that I did, and the other one I did was, I think, Tank Destroyer. U.S. Heavy and German tank destroyer. This one's called Mannerheim Line on the console. It's called Arctic Circle. It is always a snowy map, winter map. Is there a heavy still back? I bet he's AFK. Yep, he's AFK. Wow, going right around that. I would never have thought that would be the case. So where are all of the oh, okay. Why do we have just... We only have one heavy. I don't know where all their tanks went. Oh, they're all down around this way, right here. They all went down here, which makes no sense. They left an entire main section of their map wide open. All of our tanks die over here? Yeah, they killed us all off. Wow. Where are these guys? Yep, too many tanks. Oh, shut up. Shut up, shutting up. You might, Rabbit, you might. Alright, let's see here. This is the newest tank line. They introduced this line, I don't know when it was, like at the end of the year or in January, can't remember. But it was a major first update for under World of Tanks 2.0. And they have the tier 8, 9, 10, and 11. So those 4 tanks. The uniqueness about this tank is it's got what they call an autoloader. All of the shells are loaded up, ready to go. The only limiting factor you have is that the more shots you shoot, the hotter that your barrel gets, and so when it heats up too much into the red, then you have to wait for it to cool down 100%. You know, all the way back. So it's just not cool down a little bit, but it's going to cool down 100%. I don't think we have enough tanks. Going over here, really that T-29 should come this way. But like I say, you know, you can't control what other people do. They'll fight their tank the way they want to fight their tank. See, and all I'm doing with this tank is to try to push people back, get them out of their position. It's really a pew-pew tank. You don't get to do much in the way of damage. Look at that. I hit that T-20 like 4 times and it's 53, 53, 4 times and it's 224 in damage. I think it gets better as you go up in tiers because it goes from like, this is 75 centimeters. It goes up to 80 and then 85 and then 90. Or the 80, 90, 75, 80, 90 or something like that, and then it's still 90 at the tier 11 range. So, but the damage goes up, the penetration goes up. Well, he's bugging out. How does he even know I'm here? That makes no frickin' sense whatsoever. Yeah, whatever. That tank's hard to play anyways. It is what it is. It be what it be. All right. Let's try this. Sing MCD. And we'll run one as well. What is going on with my... I don't know what happened to my avatar. It stopped working. There we go. My phone, the app on my phone went away, and that never does that. We're in a tier 8 game, so we're only one tier down. It's not a really heavy tier 8, only got 3 tanks in it, so the heavies should be over in the city anyways. Yeah, how do you even know where I'm at? Somebody shoot that guy. Jam. Jehoshaphat. run away from them. That you're playing tanks. Shoot the red tank. I mean, geez, you guys hide behind freaking trees and crap and don't get anything done, and you wonder why you lose the game. These tank destroyers sitting back there doing nothing. Try hitting somebody. Golly. Bing, bada, boom. Pro tip, shoot the red tanks. How about that? A little bit of a whistle there. I never had that until recently. My dentist had given me some caps in the front, and I never had a gap. And they gave me put a gap in my teeth. Now I whistle every once in a while, unintentionally. Nordscar. Not a big fan of this map. I guess as artillery, though, I'd rather be over on this side of the map than the other. Somebody get out there and actually do your job, as in spot. What's this moron doing? Just sitting there. Finally. Yeah, we're down by 4. And a bunch of people are just sitting around not doing anything. When they do fire, they can't hit the broadside of a barn. Kind of like this artillery sometimes. Yeah, there's the Ares 85. That's the tier 10. Then you have the 90, which is the... Oh, it's Ares 75 for tier 8, 80, 85, and then 90 for the tier 11. Yep, not much you can do about this. Down by 8 tanks, we're just melting away. Yep, it is what it is. Blah. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah. Oh, neat. Okay. be funny. Just run right off the pier and drown myself. Put me out of their misery. Alrighty, let's see. Just kind of moving this over here. Yeah. Come on, really? Nice. Hmm, 312. Yahoo. It's going to be kind of boring doing that. Trying to my best. All right. And, oh, doggy treats. 20,000 in credits. I'll take that. Thank you very little. Now this right here has got the highest towards the mark of excellence. This is my highest score right here, and this is the only tank I have that's that high. So I'm gonna go ahead and play that one. I'm probably I might do something where I'm gonna try to find my, top 3 or 4 MOE tanks, and if I get like I don't know if I'm going to stream it all during my spring break. Spring break is the week of March 9th for me because I'm at a community college. I'm going to be going home, so I won't have the same setup or anything. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do because my the OBS, the streaming software I have is even set up specifically here. And if I use my laptop, for instance, it won't be set up the same. I'll have to see what I can do. Spend some time trying to get that straightened out. But I thought maybe if I did that, then I would maybe stream longer one day. Maybe just do one day and stream like all day or something, and try to get a mark of excellence on one of my tanks. Probably this guy right here, I would think. Alright, this is Serene Coast. Heavy tanks should go over here, heavies and mediums or whatever. Tank destroyers line up like here, and then, there could be some mediums and heavies over here too. As with most of these, it's the perimeters where the fights are. And then the light tanks go tooling around in that area. And wherever I set up this tank, I should look for ground that is relatively flat. I don't want to be on an angle. That'll affect my accuracy. We have no tanks going out to the coast. Yep, I knew from the very beginning we were going to lose this because nobody went over to the coast. Just stayed all around the base. Nothing's going to happen. We definitely are not going to win that game. Not with that strategy, let's put it that way. No way, no re mi do. Defeat duh. Double duh. We have the bonuses going, so we'll keep rotating through the tanks quick. So one of the things that I've decided to change, I'll update the schedule, I haven't done it yet. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday I was playing at 7 p.m. start time, Central Time in the United States. I decided to move that up. I'm going to try to squeeze everything in 6. That would make Monday through Saturday will be at 6 p.m. The only difference being Friday and Saturday I will be 4 hours. Monday through Thursday will still be 3 hours of streaming. And then Sunday, I will stream on Sunday. I want to stream every day, but I can't do it that late, so in the evening, so because of prior commitments. So I'm doing it in the afternoon from 2 to 6. That's going to be the only thing that'll be majorly different compared to what I've been doing now. Look under pressure to do it from there. Yeah, that Erie's for a lot. Come on. Alright, only have 3 tanks left. Move them over there. I'm not going to get to them. Not 1 tank left. No tanks left. Alright, got him. That's a win. Didn't do great, but it is what it is. I think we got it. Winner, winner. Chicken dinner. Still have our... Yep. Our reserves are up and running. So let's see here. M6. This is a tier 6 heavy. Yeah, they had so much trouble with the T1. I kept trying to say it was a tier 1. It was a T1 is like a, was it tier 5 or tier 4 tank? Every time I tried to say it, I would say it's a tier 1. And I'm like, no, that's not right. So at least this one is a tier 6, and it's an M6. That makes sense. Sometimes, though, these naming conventions that they have on these tanks, I'm like, what were they smoking? What kind of drugs were these guys on when they went and named their tanks? I don't know. Well, everybody is the same here, so that makes this a tier 6 match. Got a KV2, KV whatever that is. 85, is it? KV 85, 04, whatever the heck that is. The T150. Those are the heavy tanks they have. Mine is at number 1. Whoa, how would that happen? Anytime I'm showing up as number 1, that means the rest of the team is in real bad trouble. OI will take forever to get over here. T150 and a VK. Yep. VK's not even over here. I don't like being over here in the castle. They have a lot shorter run to get to castle than we do. They always seem to be here first. Who's hitting me? Yeah. I hate this map sometimes. Here, let's play a little bit different. I don't play this particular. I only got one more, maybe one more match in me, so let's do this playlist. These are all tier 10s and tier 9s. Probably could put the tier 9 artillery that I have, put that in that list. Yeah. I don't like being down here. I'm going to go back up here. See if I can be on this ridge line or something. I can't really see from down there. Yeah, this is the one where the building falls down inside the city. Yep, right there. Yep, tier 11 games that were down by one tier. That's just crazy. Don't have those in tier 11s on the Xbox. I was never used to playing a tier down. Come on. A tier down on the Ricochet? Are you kidding me? They're just really pushing up. Might get whacked doing this, probably will. But, yep. I'm surprised with that push that they're only up by 3 tanks. Oh, come on, really? Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Yep. Okay. Yeah, they really pushed. Of course, we had so many tanks out in the field, that probably didn't help. Not a very balanced attack, let's put it that way. It kind of say that's what happens. Here's that heavy tank. I haven't really played that this much, that's why it's only at 15. This one tank line that I was working on the Xbox when I switched over to the PC. I think I was on tier 8, I think, in that line. So when I saw that they were offering different lines for free, that's one I chose. M5Y line. That's the tier 10. The tank destroyer that you saw a second ago, or that was German, that one actually has a tier 11. You know, but that Grilly is so difficult to play. No armor whatsoever, and it's fast. It's got a great gun, but you hit twice and you're dead. So you got to be really careful with it. You got to be able to know where to go and how to stay out of the excuse me, line of fire. It's a difficult tank to play. That's all there is to it. This is only, well, not only, it's all tier 10, so. away. Little help here, people. Really? All right. Once again, a bunch of 15 on 15, no teams, just individual players. Yep. Nobody wants to play together. Nobody wants to play as a team, so you end up losing. Why are they sitting way back there at the big rock? I mean, they're not going to see anything. Because they're dinking around. They don't want to have their tank blown up. That's why. Okay. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow night, same time, 6 p.m. I will update my schedule on Twitch, so you have that. And don't forget to hit the notification button. If you hit the follow button, hit the notification, and you won't miss any of the live streams. As I go live, you'll get a notification. Okay, so hope everybody had a good time. We will see you tomorrow.